All right. Happy Monday. Happy June. Happy fresh start to everybody out there. If you have some tea, cheers to you. Starting off the morning together. And I just want to, first off, take a moment to acknowledge all of you, number one, for showing up, for being a part of this amazing group. I see a couple new faces on the line. So just want to first off say welcome to the fam and thank you for being on. This has been incredible. This started a few weeks ago. I think maybe almost 2 months ago now, between Wade and I, just with a simple conversation on what was needed in the world. And I think it's apparent that this is probably the most needed time ever for something like this to just come together, to have connection, to really create that conversation about being a better person. Honestly, I think humanity is in need of all of that right now. And this is such a larger picture than just a little Zoom where we talk about some cool things and move a little bit and breathe. This goes way beyond you, and I think it's important for us to really acknowledge that. And it always starts with us. I think I was having this conversation yesterday, and yes, it's a lot going on, and it's a global pandemic, and it's a lot of like things with racism and inequality, but for us, we all have control over ourselves, right? And that's one thing we can take matters into our own hands, stand up for things that we believe in, and really voice that. And I think this group has done that over the last couple of months. You guys have been such bright lights in the world, in times of darkness, right? And Martin Luther King says you can't drive out hate with more hate. So I just want to say thank you, on behalf of myself and all the coaches, for just being a part of something good in the world right now. There's a lot of other choices being made that maybe are not the most productive for this society to move in a positive direction. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you. And I appreciate you guys for being those types of humans, because, you can really take the energy one way in the world, or you can go the other way in the world, right? You're either adding positivity or you're adding negativity. So I just want to say thank you on a Monday on June. I know there's a lot of heavy hearts in the world, but this is a privilege to get up and to be able to be on Zoom with people that see bigger things for themselves and that want bigger things for each other. Like, it's so special. So I just wanted to start with that, because I feel like it's a time of uncertainty and a lot of different feelings going on right now. So thank you guys so much. And if you guys want to unmute yourselves or share anything before we get started, I would love to just have literally anyone that wants to share just on whether that's that subject or just something that is on your mind, on your heart. And it could be let's keep it positive, of course, but it could be anything related to just how you feel. It's a new month, and technically on new months it's always a great way to just like have a clean slate, because it's a new calendar. It's a new date to literally set some new goals, let go of some old stuff, right? And I know it's hard to do sometimes, but you all there's a reason for a new fresh month every single month, right? So let's unmute the lines. Let's definitely share some gratitude, some wins, anything that's on your mind right now. We could just take a few minutes to share, and then we'll go into breath work. We'll go into movement and mindset, of course, just as we always do for these awesome calls. And again, welcome to all the newbies that are joining us. I love seeing the new names and faces, and lots of videos on this morning as well. So go ahead, if you want to drop it in the chat, feel free as well, or you can unmute yourselves. But would love to just hear from you guys for a second, and then we can get into the call.
I can go. Oh, wait, you can go, John.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Great morning, guys. Happy Monday. Happy June 1st. I just want to acknowledge you, Blaine, for just speaking on, a lot of multiple subjects, but the most important subject right now, outside of our health and our well-being, is what's going on in America, including the pandemic. So I appreciate that. My heart is heavy, but I'm so proud of everybody who is choosing love. You know what I mean? There's so much hate in the world right now, but love heals love, and there's so much great things that are happening in the midst of everything that is happening. So my advice to everybody, which is also advice to me, is just love on everything and love on everyone, and continue to be that light for so many people. Like I find myself trying to protect like my wife, for example, from everything that's happening, but like I really can't protect nobody from anything that's really happening because it is what it is. But what I can do is be control of myself, and what we all can do is be control of our emotions and just continue to love on everybody. So just want to put that energy out there, and I love everybody. So let's go.
Love you too, bro. I love it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I can go. I'm grateful for these calls because I almost didn't get on this morning. But after everything that's been going on, and I've been on these calls for the past 30 days, and I just today is a new day, a new month, and I'm starting a new job today, and I just really wanted to stay focused and be around all the positivity. And I just really have been enjoying just this group in the mornings and stuff. So I just am very, very grateful for you guys and Heather for bringing me back into the group. So thank you.
Hey guys, I wanted to share. So I think I'm no, I don't think I am just super grateful for this group. I also especially yesterday, I just have a really heavy heart too with everything that's going on. It's sad to see our world like this, but I am so super grateful. Like, you know, I love that I have a community like this that always inspires us to look at the positive things that's going on in our lives as well. Like, let's be grateful for what we do have. And so I'm just grateful that even though despite all the that's going on, all the hate, I love to see how so many people are coming together to support and what's going on, like, you know, just kind of unite and support the people that are being oppressed and whatnot. So I'm just super grateful for that and for having this space to, like, you know, come in and share the positive things that are going on in our lives. So thank you so much, guys, for putting this together for us. Appreciate you all.
Yes. Thank you, Kenya and Jason, for sharing that. And of course, John as well. But, you know, this is this is a place of, hopefully you feel safe and welcome. You know, I think for everybody, before all this stuff happened, you know, I was talking about this yesterday a little bit too, but I feel like everyone, you know, has a voice right now. Everybody has an opinion about something. And I'm like, yeah, well, this is obviously apparent because it's everywhere in the world right now. But like, what are you going to do about it? Right? Like, what have you been doing about it your entire life? And if you're not living with intention and purpose and trying to make this world a better place, you know, then your opinion is not so valid right now. Right. So that's why I'm just like, everyone's so quick to post on social media and like share all these things on the news. And I'm just like, why don't you go do something great right now? You know, instead of wasting time having opinions and nagging back and forth about who's right and why. That's my goal, right? Like, my goal is to always bring things into a positive light, shine light on things, and then make it hopefully positive in a way that's going to help everybody get better in the world. So that's what you guys are up to. Congrats on everything that you guys have going on, and really being a part of that, you know, space in the world where we are sending lots of good vibes and love and making this world better. So thank you guys. We'll get started with this breath work. You guys can continue dropping stuff in the chat if you'd like. But I just want to say welcome again to all the new people on the line. I see Anne. Ava's back as well. And then I see Chris. I don't know if it's your first time. Not sure if I've seen you on before. Camila. Okay, cool. Shani, what's up? So a lot of you guys have either just joined us for the first time or are just probably getting back into it, or maybe a second or third time. So I'm going to explain a little bit about breath work, and then we'll get into the movement and the mindset piece, of course. But breath work is probably very, very needed right now in the world. So I encourage you guys to share this with other people, okay? Not only practice it for yourself, but enroll other people in trying to really make this a part of their daily habits, okay? This is life-changing if you allow it to be. For myself and, you know, Wade and a lot of us, we've been practicing breath work for a little while. But the main goal here is just to be more conscious of your breath, right? That's one thing we can control literally any time of the day is our breathing, and be conscious of it, right? We do it automatically and voluntarily, but if we can be more conscious of it and really focus on that nasal breathing and be in control, you know, I found myself over the past few days with everything going on, like using it a lot, right? Using it a lot, trying to control my heart rates and slow down a little bit. So that's the intention of breath work, right? There's all kinds of other health benefits, boosting immune system, right? Filtering the air, producing nitric oxide, more oxygen to the muscle tissues, recovery, stress, all those stuff, right? All that stuff you can really get benefits from just nasal breathing and focus on that conscious breathing. So we practice a couple different breaths here. We do cadence breathing, and we also do the superventilation. Today, we're going to do one of each, since we're a little starting a little late today. But the cadence breathing is really meant to calm you down, right? When we do it, you'll start to feel a little bit more grounded. Heart rate will slow down. And then the superventilation is a little different. It's supposed to oxygenate the body, get you to feel awake and alert and excited. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of both. And then we're going to get into some movement with Wade. He's going to go over some different moves, how you can move more efficiently. You can practice that breath work right inside of that. And then we'll end with the mindset video. We always choose a different topic. And today is Tony Robbins, so I'm pretty fired up about that one. So we'll get into this, all right? So I invite you guys for breath work to really just find a comfortable spot for yourself, whether that's on a chair, on a couch, on the ground. Just you can sit crisscross applesauce if you'd like. Just get nice and comfy. And a couple of things to remember is just to sit up nice and tall. So you want to think of a string pulling up on the top of your head, elongating that spine. And the second thing you want to remember is just to really use that belly. Okay, it's diaphragmic breath. So you want to all come from the solar plex here. And a way you can do that is just to have your hand on your belly so you can really remember to expand that belly when you're breathing. All right. So I'll demonstrate here just so you guys can see. So when I'm inhaling, this is coming out. And then when I'm exhaling, everything's kind of coming back to normal, right? So practice that belly breathing. And then, of course, if you want to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. This can be a form of meditation for you. And no matter how your breathing goes, for all the newbies, don't judge it. Just play with it, have fun with it, and don't get into your head too much, okay? All right. So let's sit up nice and tall. You can put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Maybe give a couple shoulder rolls. Just get in tune with your body, your heart, and your breath. Just start with some normal breaths here. Become present. Let's go ahead and set an intention for our day. And I also invite you to choose a word for this month. Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's presence. Maybe love. A word to live by this month. Let's take a couple seconds of silence here just to send love, send prayers, send all the good vibes and energy into the world. All right, so as we get started, cadence breathing is going to be a 4-second inhale, 8-second exhale, and it's all going to be through the nose. Okay, I'll count you guys in for the first couple, and then we'll come back to normal breathing, and then we'll get into the next one, okay? All right, so belly breathing, nice and tall, 4 seconds in, ready, set, go. And 8 seconds out. Good. 4 in again. And 8 out. Four in. 8 out. Good. Let's do 3 more. All right, you guys, come back to your normal breath whenever you finish up your last one. Check in with your body. Notice how you feel. I feel way more calm right now. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I'm like, I feel like I'm preaching to myself half the time. You know, I'm like on the Zoom, but I'm literally just talking to myself. So that feels incredible. Drop in the chat for all the first timers or the newbies. If you guys are just joining us, maybe that was first time practicing something like that. Would love to see how you're feeling. Hopefully your heart rate calmed down and you just feel a little bit more grounded right now, in control. And we'll get into this next one. I'll start explaining it so we can get right into it. All right, this one is going to be super ventilation. So 20 quick breaths. We're going to do our first exhale hold at the bottom, and then we're going to inhale after the 30-second hold, and then we're going to hold another 30, and then we'll come back to normal breathing. Okay. Anne says, I feel calm and present. All right. That is amazing. I'm glad. That is the intention. Okay. So this one, let me demonstrate what that looks like, and then I'll time you guys. So don't worry about counting or anything. Set a timer for you. All right. So 20 quick breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, focus on that belly breathing. This is what it looks like. Okay. So diaphragmatic breaths, all from the belly. You really want to get that belly in and out. Okay. So focus on that. You can put your hand on your belly, one hand on the heart, or you just have one on the belly if you like. All right, let's sit up nice and tall. We're doing 20 of those, not an extra long exhale on the last one or anything, just like you've done the other 19. All right, and I'll count you guys down in 5 seconds. Here we go. You can close your eyes if you like in 3, 2, and 1. Go. Good. Hold. Good. Way over halfway. We're going to inhale, hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and hold at the top. Halfway. In 3, 2, 1, and come back to normal breathing. All right. How was that for you guys today? 30 seconds is, it's almost like I feel like it's like 10 seconds now. So for those of you who are just trying it out for the first time, we usually do 45 seconds hold, but just wanted to get you to slowly transition into trying something new. So I encourage you to try this later in the day, right? Practice this all day long if you need to, right? Lots of times you can always do this right after morning mastery, even if you want to add on to it. Easy, feeling calm and present. Nice, Nicole. Love it. So we're going to get into the movement piece now. All right, Wade, I know he has something in store for us. That's going to be awesome. And then we'll end with some mindset, and you guys can go about your days. All right, turn over to Wade. Go ahead, my man.
All right. Happy Monday. Happy June. Hope y'all are having a great day. Just to kind of go along with this love theme, I've been loving everybody spreading love and talking about love. One thing that I heard from Ram Dass, who's probably one of the more profound spiritual teachers of our day. He actually just passed away recently, unfortunately, R.I.P. Ram Dass. But one of the things that he talks about is we go throughout our day compartmentalizing so many different things. It's like, okay, yeah, dogs, I love dogs. Cats are okay. Don't like birds, whatever it may be. And we just compartmentalize all day long. It's like, I like this, that's okay. Don't like that. Instead, just love everything. Makes life way easier, and just give love to everything. So even like the ants or any plants or weeds or anything, it's all just trying to do the best that it can with the information that it's got, with whatever it's got. So just love everything, makes life way easier. And yeah, love weeds. So anyways, onto the movement. We are going to get into some animal flow today. EMOM, we're going for working for 40 seconds, resting for 20 seconds. The 3 movements. First, we're going lateral 8. So we're going to be down at the bottom of a squat position. So feet straight, hips back and down, knees out. So we're going to be here. One hand plants to the side, and then we just shift to the other side of the mat. Shift to the other side of the mat, ending in the bottom of the squat position. If you need to just do air squats, that's totally fine. Just doing air squats is a good modification if you need to do that. The next movement is going to be the crowd stand to reach. So what that is we're also going to be in a squat for this. I'm going to go profile view. So the reach is we're just literally going to be reaching our hands really far away. And then we're going to open up, get that chest proud. We go to the toes, and then we open up. Reach, and then open. Okay? So that's the reach to the crowd stand. As far as the modification goes, that one's a little tougher to modify. You can just hang out and reach. You can't go to the toes. Feel free to do that, or just hang out in the bottom of that squat position if you need to. And then lastly, we are going the loaded beast to beast reach across the body, really feeling for that core. So we're going for those 3 movements, working for 40 seconds, resting for 20 seconds. We're going for 3 rounds. So we started here in about 20 seconds. So find a good spot to do these movements. Get ready for those hips to feel all open after this. All right, we're going in 3, 2, 1, go, go. Use that breath. Nice work. Really sit into that squat. Go for that core. We are halfway there. Nice work, team. 10 seconds left. Let's go. And time. Beautiful work. Now we're going for that reach to crowd stand. Really think about core engagement throughout this movement, because that's where you're going to find your balance. Going in 3, 2, 1. Big reach. Get that chest proud. Go to those toes. Nice work. Use that breath. Y'all are doing great. Halfway. Almost there. And time. Oh yeah, shake those legs out. You're almost there. You got 5 seconds. Going loaded beast to reach. And go. Nice work. Draw that butt to those heels. Nice work. Spread that forward. Knees drive out. 10 seconds. And time. Man, my quads are feeling it. Let's go. 1 round down. You got 10 seconds to start. Modify as you need. Going in 3, 2, 1. Go, go. Nice work. We're halfway. Keep this up, team. Let's go. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Shake them out. Ten seconds. Get that reach to the crowd stand. And go, go. Use that breath. Y'all are doing great. Get that chest nice and proud. The shoulders down and back. Got 10 seconds. Keep it up. In time. Shake them out, shake them out. Hey. We got 5 seconds. Find that breath. And go. Butt to heels, knee to opposite elbow. Nice work. Keep this up. We're almost through round 2. Ten seconds. Let's go. And time. 2 rounds down, 1 to go. Fire me up. Let's go, team. All right. Going in 3, 2, 1. Last round. Make it your best round. Let's go. Those hips should be feeling nice and open. Beautiful work. 10 seconds. Keep this up. Y'all are doing great. And time. Nice. Shake those legs out. Y'all are doing great. Just 2 exercises left. Okay, we got 10 seconds to start. Going in. 3, 2, 1. Big reach to that crowd stand. Nice proud chest. Shoulders down and back. Nice work. Y'all are doing great. We are halfway there. Almost there. Keep this up. And time. All right. We made it to the loaded beast. Three, 2, 1. Go, go. Squeezing that core in that top position. Big squeeze. Halfway. Keep this up. Y'all are doing great. Ten seconds. And time. Beautiful work. After that, definitely suggest hitting some quad stretches, maybe that couch stretch, maybe that hip flexor stretch after this. Nice work. Way to start that morning with some movement. As far as my tip goes, stay hydrated all day, every single day. I got my water here. Hold yourself accountable in some way, shape, or form, whether that's a whiteboard or some water bottles even now have like, oh, this is my first one of the day, second one of the day. However it means to hold yourself accountable, do so, stay hydrated, get after it, have an awesome day.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Quads on fire for sure. Yeah, definitely felt that one. That felt good though. I love that rising ape one. I feel like my like back and everything starts to open up. I love that one. All right. Well, now that we got some movement in, a little bit of breath in, now we got to stimulate that mind. Okay. This video is by Tony Robbins. It's about self-confidence. He talks a lot about kind of like the thing that I mentioned before, just on, really focusing on the outcomes of things. And the more we focus on the outcomes, we know what has to happen in between of now and the outcome. So that's what to focus on. All right. So this is the video, and I'll cue it up and then we'll come back and let you guys crush the days. All right.
Change your question, change your life. When it comes to planning your life, I want to get you to learn to ask 3 questions now. And the first one is not, what am I going to do? And how many understand why now? Say I. The question you want to ask yourself is, what do I want? What's my outcome? What's my result? The word RPM, the first one is to get you focused on the target. The target is not the activity. The activity can change. It's what's the result I'm after. If you know exactly what it is you really want, what you desire, what you're really after, clarity is power. The more clear you are and specifically what you want, the faster your brain can get you there. But if you're generally saying things like, what do I want? Well, I want more money. Fine, here's $1, get out of here. Did you achieve the outcome? Yeah, when you're that general, you think you're not getting your goal, you are. The way you language your goal, the way you think about it, you're receiving it. I want to feel a bit better. I want to lose some weight. Fine, you lost a pound, you're done. Because your brain's like a servo mechanism in a bomb and a missile. The old days, you shoot a missile, and the target was going, and if you missed the trajectory, you missed it. Today, what happens when the missile's not on course? What happens? It locks on the heat signature, what does it do? It moves and follows it. That's the way your brain is if it knows the outcome, if it knows the result. So RPM starts with, I got another result. This is a results planning system. The rapid planning method, you can think of it as a results planning system. I need to know the result I'm after before I ever ask myself what to do. That takes more time, but it's worth it. Now, for time's sake, I'm not going to do this with you right now, but I'll tell you what I do when I've taught this to people and I've got a full weekend to do this in. Just give you a picture. If I asked you right now to write out your name, your full name. Now, some of you abbreviate your signature, but write out your full name in cursive. Go and do that one time. Write your full name in cursive. I can't even use the word cursive. Is that really the word people still use? It means in handwriting, I guess, in cursive. Just write it out full name, because you can do this later on. Now, if I had you get with a partner, and you can try this later if you want, I'm just going to tell you because I don't want to take the time because we have such limited time today. And I have your partner say to you with a stopwatch here, okay, ready? And I go, go. And you write it out. And you tell me when you're done. It'll stop. I write down how long that was. So let's say you wrote out your signature and it took 5 seconds. And then say, ready? Write it out. Ready? Go. You tell me you're done. Stop. And I write down 5 seconds. I have to do that 10 times. You'll find in the beginning, you'll be, let's say, 6 seconds and making it up. Every signature is different. And you probably might get down to as little as 5 seconds. If you have like an iPhone, you could do it as a digital stopwatch. You could see the middle second. Then I say to you, I want you guys to write every other letter in cursive. No, you're going to write half as many letters. How long do you think it would take to do it? Half as much time? Most of you will take twice as much time in the beginning, and then eventually, what's interesting is, if I do it 10 times, in the last 2 or 3, and this makes no logical sense, and again, I don't want to take the time to have all of you do this 10 times, 10 times, 10 times, but you can do it on your own, I'll just tell you the result. In most cases, even though you're doing half as many letters, you cut it by 2/3 the time. There's something happens when you break an old pattern and you do it fresh. Your brain over the years has learned ways to move more rapidly since when you did your original signature, and you'll do it in 1/3 the amount of time. It'll take twice as much at first, and then it'll cost you 1/3 amount of time. Now, let me tell you why I'm telling you this. The system I'm calling the rapid planning method, by the time I show it to you, you're going to go, this takes more time than just making my to-do list. It will win. When will it take more time? When? Initially. But once you get it in your nervous system, it'll take you less time because your brain will be thinking in outcomes and not activities. And when you think in terms of outcomes and not activities, pretty soon, some of the activities you don't even need to do to get the outcome. You find a better way to get the outcome quicker. Now, how do you do that? Yes, 3 questions. Question 1, what is my result? What is my outcome? What is it I really, truly want from this? If you're going back next week, and you say this next week, what are the most important what? Outcomes for me to get this week in my business. And you just write those outcomes out, not your action items, the outcomes. If you do that, nothing else, you'll be ahead of the game. And if you just keep looking at those outcomes every day, how am I doing on that outcome? Your brain will come up with ways to get to that outcome. I promise you. Focus on outcomes, not on activities. Action for most people, activities, most people may mistake movement for achievement. They mistake action items and to-dos for achievement. We're after the achievement. Are you with me on this? Yes or no? It's a different way of thinking, and I think all of you inherently have it. But if you make this ritualized, just like the things you've learned this week, they're all great. But if you don't systematize them, they'll work when you do them. But if you systematize them, right? And you see like Mr. Hallman here, where he goes in and just does it and makes sure it's being done again, or what you've seen Chet do, or what I do. You just do it over and over again, you don't miss it. Now the results are geometric. So I want to get you to systematize the thinking, whether you do it visually the way I'm going to show you or not. So, first question, what's the result I'm after? What's the ultimate result? What do I want out of this week, out of this thing, out of my business, out of my life, for my body? And you want to be as what as possible when you describe that outcome, that result, as what? As clear and specific as possible. Generalities will confuse you. So it might take you longer than just writing down call so-and-so to think, if I'm calling my son, I'm going to call Jarek, or I'm going to call my brother. this is what goes through my head before I call him, always. What's my outcome? Because I don't want to just call him. I want Jerk to feel loved by his dad. Or I'm thinking about what's my outcome. I've got to talk to him about this thing that's out there. I've got to make sure I get through to him on this because I want to guide him and move him in this direction. That's what I want to be as his father. I want to just chit chat. I can do that too. So if you think before every phone call, before every time you're planning your day, and you think before you have any meeting, what do you think the first thing I ask of anyone when we sit down in a meeting is? Okay, what are your outcomes? What are the outcomes for this meeting? First thing I want to know, because if I know the outcomes, guess what? A lot of meetings, they're done pretty quick. So if I know the outcome, you don't have to go through all the activities to sell me on it. Just, that's your outcome? How do you want to do it? Sounds good to me. Rock. That's how you make a meeting productive. I know a meeting's productive not by the hours or time. Sometimes it takes longer to the outcome than you want, but I'm going to get the outcome. That's, by the way, what you see with me on stage. That's why my time's there. It's based on an outcome. I'm going to get that outcome. I don't give a damn whether it's the right time or not. I want to do it that time, but I must deliver the outcome. I'm going to get that. And by the way, how many like to have your company focused on outcomes, results, and not activities? Say, People say all the time, well, did you get that done? Well, I left them an email. I left them a voicemail. I've sent them 3 emails. How many times you heard that? When that happens with me, I'm like, I don't show it. I just like, really? Wow, that's fascinating. We'll explain about our culture. It's about getting the result. So I can help you if you can't figure another way to do it, but there may be 12 other things we might want to do. Maybe they don't have the answer. Maybe somebody else can give us the answer. The outcome was to get this information, not to leave an email or 12 or 3 voicemails. That will not do any of us any good. How many follow? I work out, I train my mind, I train my body, and it becomes a lifestyle. It's not just like you're depending upon somebody else. I'm not here to become somebody's guru. I'm not here to give them a gift. I'm here for them to open up their own gifts. And that's really what my work has been. I get frustrated, I get angry, I get all those things. I just don't stay there. I mean, I used to be there for a month or two. I used to live in depression. I was 38 pounds heavier than I am now. I lost everything. I moved into a little 400 square foot bachelor apartment in Venice, California, feeling sorry for myself. But I got so near the end where you think life has no meaning. It scared the hell out of me, and I developed tools, and I've never gone back there. I mean, have I gotten pissed or angry? Of course. People still think, you're not happy all the time, are you? No, I'm not happy all the time. But I'm happy the vast majority of the time because I'm doing what I love, with who I love, and there's a meaning in what I do. When you have those 3 things, life is...
Can you believe how fast the world has completely turned?
All right. Whew. Awesome. Drop a 1 in the chat if you found that video impactful. Tony Robbins, he's one of my favorite speakers, and just the simple fact of his like energy, like I don't know how he does it. He'll be on stages for literally like days at a time, and his level of passion and energy and love that he provides in a big setting like that is just incredible. It's very, very inspiring. And, I think the takeaways from that is just, making sure that we're focused on the right things, right? Whenever we go into a phone call, a meeting, when we're about to do anything in life, we always think about what the intention is, like why we're actually doing it, right? What's the goal that we want to achieve? What is the outcome I'm after? And it tends to take care of a lot of the unknowns, right? The in-betweens, the middle, the dirt, like the dirty work, whatever you want to call it. And if you focus on that, then it's going to be a lot easier to get all the action and items done, right? So I encourage you guys, this is a perfect time, to do this. And the beginning of a month is to, whatever you need to release, sometimes you need to do sort of like a T-chart, do a little mind dumping, right? Talk about the stuff that you want to let go of, the things that aren't serving you anymore, whether it's a limiting belief you have, whether it's an energy or something that you have in the world about whatever's going on right now. It could be a grudge you're holding on to. It could be a little something that like bugged you and you brushed it under the rug and it's still there in your head. All that stuff you can do every single month. I mean, every single day if you need to, but especially on a new month, right? Because if you can't release the old and all the past that's not serving you, you can't create new on top of dirt, right? You can't create clean stuff on top of dirty stuff. So get rid of that first on a T-chart. And then on the right side, talk about all the things that you're after, right? Talk about your goals, talk about the outcomes you want to achieve this month for yourself, right? For the world. It could be on a family level, a friendship level, relationships, all kinds of stuff, right? So do that. Sometimes it helps just to write things down on paper. It allows you to less be in your head about it and overthink things. And it just makes it very simple and be like, all right, this is what I get to work on. This is what I'm letting go of. And this is what I'm excited for this month, right? This is what I'm out to achieve. And then, you know, the how-tos and everything else will kind of work itself out. You can talk to, you know, a friend or a mentor or a coach, and they can help you out with a little bit of that as well. But I encourage you guys to do that today, and really, you know, take June a little bit more intentional if you haven't already. You know, just obviously we can realize that life is short and it's very precious. And, you know, I think the main thing that I always think about is just how each day is not just because it's another day. It's because you were meant to do bigger things today and do big things with your life in general. So, you know, God or the universe, is whatever you believe in, is giving you another chance to do that. And so if you think about that as the outcome, and you think about today, if I achieve the goal of becoming a better person, you know, seeking that out in somebody else, pulling out greatness in somebody else, then you're doing both things that you're supposed to be here for, right? Your purpose is to be the best you can be, right? And with what you have and what you know. And the second thing is to pay that forward and to do that for someone else in the world and help them see that for themselves. And you do that over time enough, right? For years and years and years. You keep working on yourself, keep helping others work on themselves. You'll make a dent. You'll make a little dent in the universe. You'll make hopefully the future generation better. And I look at Heather's little dude over there, little guy, and for all the little kids, you know, that are watching on social media right now, I'm really hoping that we are giving them something to like actually take and take action on, so that their generation can be better than us, right? That's always the goal. And if we focus on that as the outcome, it's also going to make our lives a lot easier, because we don't have to worry about being perfect. We get to worry about just being progressive and then making that generation a little bit better than how we lived, right, in the world, and then so on, and keep passing that mindset on. So let's have an incredible June, right? Make that T chart, send it to a friend. It's always great to have accountability. Declare a little something to the world, to your friends. Have that, put it out there, right? Declaration is very, very powerful. Have an amazing week. Let's make June amazing and incredible and full of love and good energy in the world. And thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Thank you for paying it forward. I love seeing new faces on the line. It gives me so much life. And, you know, we'll keep doing that. Let's get 50, 60, 70 plus on this line this month in June. You guys all in for that? Thumbs up. All right, let's get it. Have an amazing Monday. I'll unmute the lines real quick. Let's have a great June.
Thank you. We love you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Blaine. Thank you, Wade. Let's go. Happy June.
Let's go.
Like, your energy is so fire. Like, I can't even tell you how grateful I am for this group, because like you were saying, like all this stuff going on in the world, and then everyone, just like seeing everyone's faces and like hearing the shares from when you first started the call, like that's so powerful. Like, I'm not going to get all emotional, but like, damn, like a lot's happening in the world. So like, I just appreciate these calls. Like, for real, like so much. And Heather, your little dude is so freaking cute. I saw you pop your video on and I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's just incredible. So thank you so much for all the energy you pour out there. It's like, whew, it makes an impact. So
yeah, I second all of that. Love you all.
Thank you guys. Love
right.
you too.
Have an awesome day. I'll see you guys later.
Yes, I'll see you soon. Bye, Jazz.
See you guys.
Bye, G. Good to see you.
Bye. Gotta go to work.